Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everybody's on. We're gonna give it a couple of minutes for people to get here, and then we're gonna do our own thing. Okay? Just give a couple more minutes, y'all. And y'all, we're gonna give them a couple of minutes. By the time this song go off, hey, shout out to my man FDG Records. Yeah. We'll be back, y'all. As soon as we get back, we're gonna go ahead and start the show. All right, y'all. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm sure you guys know that I got that new thing, right? I'm bringing Flux to life, y'all. That's what we doing. We bringing Flux to life. Let me I think I can usually put this on like 12. I'm doing looking at the volume, y'all, outside of what y'all can see. All right. Let's see what we're doing here. Let's see what we're doing here. I like a little background music when I'm talking. There we go. A little something. I'll get you guys a new song tomorrow. All right, so I figured I'll just let this screensaver. That's what I got running right now, y'all. I did a screen thing. What do you call it? I recorded my screen, and this is the how would we say that? Ooh, give me a sec. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. You can't hear me. Hey, y'all, let me turn this Bluetooth off because we tend to have problems sometimes, and I don't want any issues. Bluetooth off. Bam. There we go. You guys should definitely be able to hear me now. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. Welcome to the FLUX Vision. I'm W.L. White III, and I will be your host, your guide, your facilitator through the Flux Continuum. Give me a second, y'all. So, I don't know if you guys been tracking me, but I've been getting ready for the Urban Nerd Con. It'll be next Friday starting. And guess who will be there? That's right. I'll be there. Bring this down a little bit more. There we go. All right. I hope everybody can hear me. I hope everything's going on. I hope that we got nothing but thumbs up. I'm W.L. White III. And here we are, y'all. Let's see how we look on camera, y'all. Let's get rid of this. What's going on, my people? How y'all doing? There we go. There we go. We looking good today. So, let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. Where the last place we were in. What were we doing last, y'all? We were doing, I want to say Monette. Yeah, so we have to do a recap, y'all. Every Thursday, I think I'm gonna do a recap to bring you up to speed. And then after that, we'll get into whatever clip we're going through or whatever it is we discussing at the time. Real quick, I want you guys to know, I'm going to the Urban Con, y'all. You can see this all over Facebook, all over social medias. It'll be in ATL 26 through 28. Guess who will be there? I'll be there. Flux Continuum will represent, y'all. Just want you guys to know that we're gonna be putting out, okay? I have a whole a slew of things to do when I get there. Maybe sell some of this merchandise, and maybe I can bring some of that energy back to Whatnot and the additional social media platforms, and get some of this merch sold. Okay, it's what we into, y'all. But the story now. So what I love to get into is the story. I'm not a salesman. Okay, I'm not a salesman, but I do like to let you guys know we have a whole plethora of things out there. Such as right now, we'll be working on Fame today. Give me a second. Let me pull up Fame. I generally try to keep these things in order. Yep. It's a chronological thing. January through February, y'all. Okay, so let's put that back. I want you guys to know, some of the new merch that I made for us. I said for us, because I want you guys to be just included as I am. All right, here we go. This is Fame. This is the guy we'll be doing today, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the guy we will be talking about today. His name is Fame. Let me bring that off real quick. Can you guys see that? Get some of that light out the way. There we go. Can you guys see that? I hope you guys can see that. All right, now each one of these, each one of them has the raised seal, my initial, and the date that I made it, okay? This is authentic merch. It's the only place you can get it. And then I give you all of the other characters on the back, okay? Give you something to look at, something to strive for, compare your character to other characters and whatnot. That there. And on these type with the card, I don't know if you guys peeped out my poster. Let's see, can I pull that up? There we go. So this is the poster, right? That we'll be selling for $10 at the Urban Nerd Con. And I will put this on the Whatnot page in my store so you guys can get to it, okay? And then, we hopefully things work so I can get some deals in. Like maybe if you purchase a poster, you get a free sticker. I mean, that right there is $15 deal right there, but you're getting it for 10. So I'll find a way to finagle some things to get this merch sold. But anyway, back to this is our guy today, right? This is who we talking about. Fame, son of Key, like Key Energy. You guys watch Street Fighter, you know what Key Energy is, right? We normally say Chi. My understanding is the proper pronunciation of it is Key, like your Key Energy. Right. So, but we spell it CHI. So this guy is the son of Key. What is Key? Key is the energy that we have, I guess our souls can generate, if you will, right? And on the back, we have his bio, his what do you call that? His zodiac sign. And my QR code so you guys can find us wherever you at in the world, whatnot. All right. Now let's get to it. Because I mean, I get a little excited, and I keep telling you guys I'm excited about what we're doing over here at Flux Continuum. Because again, the people that are putting out, and when I say putting out, I'm saying the people who are sharing, liking, all of those things that you guys do, man, they definitely come in handy, because there are a few things that didn't happen to me, like the Leap Year Festival. Believe it or not, I don't know if that was a birthday gift from God, but I was born February 29th, and then I found out that they have in Anthony, Texas, they actually have a Leap Year Festival. And I mean, it was kind of it was dope. It was dope. I mean, it was a lot of people there. So for me to live this close, it was just weird that I didn't know about it, and it happened to fall on my birthday, which was crazy, right? All right, so now I'm on my way to the Urban Nerd Con. I don't know who's out there making these things happen for me. I just want to say thank you. If you one of the people who say, hey, I just shared this, and maybe somebody who happened to see it, hey, thank you. All right, now that we got all the thanks out the way, I want to get back into the story. So Saturday of last week, this is who we were talking about, okay? We're going to run through real quick, y'all. We're going to run through real quick. We have to. It's a necessity. Okay, so these are the Zodiac Guardians. They come from books 1, 2, and 3. And these are the books that I've written so far. It's a 12-issue series. I'm on book 5 now. I'll be on book 5 for a while. It's a process, y'all. It's a process. Not only do I write the book, then I go back through the book multiple times. I have to give it to somebody to read. Then I have to give it to a copy editor. And then I go through it again, right? I'm always looking for mistakes to better the product. Book 4 is done. It needs to be published. But again, that comes with capital. And that's why the merch is here to sell. Okay. So you guys out there, you want, what I'm saying? You got a little soft hardening. I heard it's a soft guy era. That was hilarious. My bad, y'all. My bad. That was a segue real quick. But it's a soft guy era now. So hey, soft guys, y'all come show some support, okay? All right, here we go, y'all. Move that. We're going to put up Fame today. All right, so books 1 and 2 are $20. Book 3 is $25, and you can get the whole bundle for $55. It's just what it is. It comes with autograph, raised seal, company stamp. Okay, authentic merch that you can only get from me. And if you happen to see somebody else out there selling send me a little link, send me a little chat. All right, now here we go. So we went through all of the characters so far. We're on page 74 in book 1 now, okay? I will play the clip in a couple of minutes. Just want to do the recap real fast to bring you up to speed. So we have gone through, I think, all 8. No, we haven't. We've gone through maybe 5 characters. So let's start out who we started with. Who was the first character? Dr. Afanasy Sidorov. He's back now. Okay, so FaZe has completed his time in Capricorn and has returned. Remember, you guys will learn what transpired in book 2 what transpired to all other characters once the orbs hit them, okay? Once each character was hit by an orb, they went somewhere, right? They were transported, but they came back. And the reason I brought them back in book 1 is for the momentum of the book, to keep the momentum of the book. And when book 2 starts, I let you guys know what happened to each one of these characters, okay? So we already got Phase back. Capricorn, shout out Capricorn. We got the girl. Oh, so this is the Russian guy, okay? Yeah, I remember I started writing this book 12 years ago before all of our reality kicked in here in the real world, before things were bad. But I've been to so many places in my military career, and some of the characters just happen to be from places that I have visited or I've been stationed at, okay? So FaZe is here. He's a Russian. He's back, okay? We got the girl from El Paso, Texas, because I retired here. She is back. Yes, she's come back. So FaZe has density manipulation. This young lady here, she has super speed. Her name's Friction, and she is the lady that steps up for Scorpios. Now, this is Libra. Libra's defender. His name is Intech. He's the foreman that was in the minefields in Johannesburg, South Africa. Okay, so he's gone and he's come back. Okay, not yet. We just did Glurt. Okay, Glurt just got back, but he is an alien from the planet Cancer. That's right, Cancerins. This is your guy. This is your defender. He had the orb. We know he got a hold to the orb. He went. He came back. He was able to save his planet. And you guys, if you following me, you'll definitely know what's going on. He saved his planet. It was going through gravitational influxes and whatnot after being ripped from its own dimension into ours. Okay. But that's Cancer, y'all. That's Gravitate. He's back. So there was a police officer from the PC Pearl City Police Department in Hawaii, and he's gone and he's come back. Okay, so each one of these characters I'm discussing, they all each were hit with an orb. They were transported to go through whatever they had to go through. Now they're back, and everybody is getting to learn who is who and what's going on. Okay, so each one of them bring back a little information on what the true threat is to the universe. Remember, this is not just an earthly thing. This is the universe. That's why we're going across 12 books. All right, so Pulse is for Taurus. What's up, hardheads? What's up out there, y'all? So the Taurus guys, right? This is your defender. He's gone and he's come back. This is Monette, y'all. Monette is the last person we dealt with last Saturday. She's gone and she's come back. When she came back, she's from Aries, y'all. Y'all know how it is for the Arians. She actually came back in the corona of the sun. Okay, so her power levels are off the chart. So anyway, she's gone and she's come back. Last but not least is Den Han, the young man from Ningbo, China. Been to China. He's gone. He's come back. We found out, he got shot, but he's gone. And whatever transpired with him getting shot was, I guess, pretty much wiped away, because he came back and he doesn't have a gunshot wound. Okay. And more is coming on this, but you guys got to stay with me. Okay. I'm writing about 12 different characters. Each one of them is as unique as we are individually. Okay. So that's what's happened so far. These are all the characters gone so far and come back. We did speak on the Alpha Guardians. Okay. The first Alpha Guardian has gone. Well, remember, Alpha Guardians, this is Virgos. Her name is Nexa. And Alpha Guardians are guardians that were already doing whatever they were doing in life, saving the universe or whatever, right? Now, Earth-based heroes, those are the first ones I went through, right? Earth-based heroes, my 3 books, or let's say this series, is their origin story, okay? This is their origin story. This is how everything came to be, and it kind of wrapped around Earth, and Earth is the center of attention right now. So this is their origin story, but we have Alpha Guardians. There's 3 of them that were already out living their lives, doing whatever, okay? And they already got powers and abilities and whatnot. So Virgo was the first one. Her name's Nexa. She's actually the one who could see, let's say from an outside source looking in, she was able to watch, depending on where she was, right? In reality, she's at the bridge of worlds. That's where she was happened to be at the time, and she was able to see Cancer ripped from its own dimension into our dimension. So she automatically knows, and then she has this weapons cache, right? It's nice sentient. That means it's not sentient, don't have feeling, but it can mimic it, right? Nice sentient. And Widget is the non-sentient weapons cache that floats around with her and it helps her out. And Widget basically told her, hey, this is the Gifts of Power ceremony happening. So she already knows what's going on. And she immediately tries, oh, so she's attacked and everything by the bad guys. You'll probably figure those guys out around chapter 3. I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick visual. Bam. If you were watching my screensaver that was on before the show, you probably saw characters in that. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, you probably saw characters doing that. Okay, let me see. Can I get this back to where I'm at? Come on, Willie. Okay, now we're going to go to Fame. So what I'm getting ready to do is I'm going to let you guys listen to Fame, okay? His clip, and then I'll come back. I'll give you my whatever on it, my inspiration behind the character, anything unique. I might drop a couple of gems or I'll point them out to you. I call gems, look, y'all, it's a lot of information, but it's nothing compared to what's coming. I just happen to be extremely creative, so I come up with a lot. I mean, when I watch something, if we make it to when we make it to an animated series or whatever, I want you guys immersed. That's why it's so much going on. You blink a couple of times, you miss something. We don't slow the story down for the individual. I want you on the edge of your sheet, on the edge of your seat, where that perspiration coming. Like, hey, I'm excited about it. So that's why I put a lot and I invest a lot of time and energy into what it is that I'm doing. All right, so let me put this clip on for you guys, and who we working on today? Fame. So I'm gonna put this clip on. Probably give me some coffee or something, and I'll be right back, y'all. Here we go.
Fang, Isle of Pluto, Sagittarius, Rukbat, Alpha Sagittari, DI101B09. An immortal being kneels at the grave of his only friend. His name is Fang, of Ki. Fang mourns for his Funtan, a centaur assigned at birth to protect him until death. Fang has been in exile since he was an infant. He has only known Sil, who long ago saved his life from the immortals of paradise. Fang is the rightful heir to the throne. He has been exiled for 1,000 years. The time has come for him to take back what is his. Even now, as Fang kneels at Sil's grave, he reflects on the events which led to her untimely demise. She was mortally wounded when they hunted the winged razorbacks, hogs of the sky that nest on Pluto Isle during the animal's mating season. It is the one time during the year when an alternate source of food can be acquired. The male razorbacks have evolved over the last 500 years into very territorial and extremely aggressive creatures. After trapping a razorback and netting, Fang attempted to subdue the creature. Another male razorback targeted Fang in an attempt to free the captured hog. When Sil noticed the razorback charging Fang, she attempted to block the animal's attack. Her attempt to aid Fang did not go unnoticed, and the razorback changes direction at the last moment. The creature was able to clip Sil's lower legs, but she managed to get the netting around the creature. As Sil cautiously approached the struggling animal, a third razorback attacked and savagely impaled Sil's human half. The creature's tusks ripped through her ribcage, leaving a gaping hole in her chest. An unholy sound wailed out across the afternoon sky as Sil's hemorrhaging form falls to the ground. Fang continues to relive the last moments of Sil's death. His body trembles and shakes involuntarily as tears stream from his eyes. She is all he's ever known during his time in isolation, teaching and training him to one day take back his legacy. believing when he took the throne back, Syl would still be by his side. He remembers the story she would tell him of long ago. His parents created a haven to welcome the immortals of paradise. Fang's father, Qi, was once the god of dragons. Dragons are mystical and eternal creatures that guard the portals of ascension. Qi could create amazing creatures by blending life forms together. His favorite and greatest creation is a race of human-horse hybrids designated as centaurs. His mother, Ariel, was a goddess of wind, a first-generation elemental. Qi and Ariel were once immortal royalty before the immortals of paradise arrived on the beaches of Sagittarius, affecting higher intelligence. The immortals arrived in Sagittarius infected with a neurological disease. Fang could only imagine the horror the immortals caused upon their arrival. Syl always explained with fear in her voice, the massacre that befell Sagittarius's lands was genocidal. The arriving immortals somehow became infected with free will, a psionic delusion that mentally incapacitates and degenerates an immortal's higher functions of thinking. It compels them to embrace human desires and ideologies. This ultimately causes immortals to deviate from their celestial responsibilities. During the first wave of arrivals to Sagittarius, Qi and his armies of centaurs fought valiantly against the hordes. The savage immortals raced across the islands of Sagittarius, attacking any that would oppose their rule. Those that ruled in paradise desired to continue their rule in Sagittarius, but this realm was ruled by Qi and Ariel. Millions of Sagittarians perished during the arrival. For days there was anarchy and chaos. When the king and queen fell, their bodies were brutally desecrated and finally fed to the Leviathan. As the Leviathan sank below the waves, the remaining Sagittarians bowed before their new rulers. In the distance, a young Funtan races from the battle, carrying the child of Qi and Ariel to a hidden land. After mourning over Syl's grave for days, Fang finally gathers himself. When he returns to the cave, a letter and a package sit on his bed. The letter is from Syl, explaining the contents of the package, a weapon crafted by her especially for him. He was to receive the gift after they returned from hunting. The package contains a broadsword inscribed with ancient symbols along the blade. The blade contains a glowing gem which emanates a mystical energy. Fang shares an affinity with this ancient energy. This blade is his father's tooth and gloom, forged in the white flames of the ethereal realm. It is Sagittarius's most powerful weapon. Fang studies the mystical key blade until a sound at the cave's entrance alerts him of an intruder.
Okay, y'all, I'm back. I know, right? I get excited about Fang. And, you know, I was told not to drop so many gems, but I have to because one day somebody's gonna ask me this question. I want you to see how consistent I am. Fang's my favorite character. Put a lot of hard work into Fang. Yeah, Fang's my favorite character. Now, my Zodiac defender is Karma, because I just told you guys I'm born February 29th. Fang, however, that's my favorite character. I mean, this guy can fight the Hulk. All right, this guy is like he's dragon. He's half dragon, okay? And then elemental. So he has a lot of powers, but as we work through it, you guys will start seeing like he has to learn how to, use certain abilities and whatnot, which shows growth and stuff like that. So I want you guys to know I'm not just running all, making up something that ain't with no substance to it. I'm actually putting a lot of hard work into it. Shit. What the hell? Sorry, y'all. I know you guys are not trying to hear this right now. Let me see, can I get back into this studio? Anyway, so we can go with what's going on with Fang anyway while I bring all of this back up, y'all. I mean, we still back, right? We still back. All right, so if you even take a statement and look at Fame just a little bit, you put this back up here, add to stage. All right, so you guys know that we back. And ultimately, we want to put his picture up so you guys know who we talking about. Fame. We unmuted. Okay. So everybody can hear me. All right. There. Okay, yeah. I have to put them out. There was some gems, y'all. There was some gems that happened. Let me close this. This is what's bothering me over here. So there was some gems put out, y'all. So first thing, okay. So every guardian, if you look, every one of these guardians has a synonym which states that they are the protector. They are considered the defender, the guardian, the aegis, the paladin, the hero, the queen, the lord. All of these synonyms which mean protector, right? If we notice, we got one guy on the team. He's not quite a protector yet. I didn't say he doesn't protect. I say he's not quite a protector yet. And he's the heir to Sagittarius, which tells you something happened, right? And to me, that's just me giving you a little background on this guy, Fame, the heir to Sagittarius, right? So the first thing we find out is he's the son of Ki. I mentioned that earlier, but the son of Ki. Like when we talk about Ki, we talking about that Street Fighter energy. How did all of those guys, Ryu, Ken, all of those guys, Blanca, all Street Fighter people, right? How were they able to channel? I know they through learning and whatnot, but they are able to channel soul energy. That's kind of how I kind of clumped it together. Soul energy from their bodies and release it. That is Ki energy. Now, the proper pronunciation is Ki. We say Chi. I got that Chi energy, right? But it's Ki. And I'm going to pronounce it the way the dictionary says it's supposed to be pronounced. So that Ki energy. So there was an embodiment of Ki. There's a couple of things that he put out about his father, or that's put out about his father to show you that his father can manipulate certain organic matter and whatnot. Ki. So with Ki energy, he's it happens to do with the soul, if you will. More. You're right. More. That brings you more gems, right? I'm dropping more gems because again, each one of these guardians has to be epic in their own right because they are a defender of a dimensional realm. Now, I don't know why I always have to explain this, but I mean, I had a few people questioning me about it. It's okay for us to have a Superman and a Goku. These guys are extremely powerful. I mean, they're as powerful as my characters, right? But Superman is bound to Earth. I mean, he does other stuff. These characters are bound to Earth. I have characters with that power level, but they're supposed to protect the entire dimension, more than one planet. And you guys will start seeing as we move that there's so much more going on. But for right now, Fang has to be incredibly powerful because of the people he has to fight. And we're going to get into that in about maybe 2-3 minutes, y'all. In about maybe about 5 minutes. I'm getting that up. So, yeah, again, we know I make up a lot of stuff like Fontaine, Fang has been exiled. Okay, so there was a battle, y'all, and I have to go back to come forward. Okay, and this is the 2 minutes I was talking about. Okay, we start talking. Well, as the story progresses, and we're going to get through all of it, but as the story progresses, we hear that some immortals were washed ashore, right? To the lands of Sagittarius. Where did these immortals come from? These immortals came from Earth. Okay. You can't read this book without knowing some of the stuff. Remember, I have a lot of biblical connotations. So, a long time ago, way before I was born, it's in the Bible. There was a great flood, and that great flood, because of immortals, you got to look at the immortals. Just because I drowned you don't mean you died. You're immortal. So these guys, right? These immortals that were on. Let me put it like this. When I reference Earth, there are multiple Earths that I speak about throughout the flux continuum, okay? But there's one earth, and I'm gonna just reference it the way it's referenced in the book, in the story, paradise. So when we say paradise, we're talking about the one true earth. The one, when I say the one true earth, this is the earth where man was put at, that has the Garden of Eden. It has it has a I mentioned that when we were talking about phase, Dr. Afanasi Sidorov, the Capricorn defender. When he got back from where he was able to look at the core of earth, because that's where he came back at, deep within the bowels of earth, right near the core. So when he looked at the core, he saw that it was an ethereal ball. An ethereal means greater than our world, greater than our realm. So there is a treasure in our earth that makes us different from all the other earths. It's already been explained, y'all. That ethereum core is a treasure, like a cosmic like treasure. So even though he saw that, it shows that even though there are other multiverses, and multiverse come from in the flux continuum, it's influenced by one of the 12 zodiacs, right? Everything is about alignment when it comes to the flux continuum, right? That's how our people get from our planet, Earth, paradise, to one of the other constellations. So with that, during the great flood on paradise, immortals were washed away. All immortals, vampires, banshee, werewolves, the gods, the monsters, the Nephilim, anything that's greater than man was washed away. That's good coffee. This is what's going on in the story of Flux, okay? So when those gods or those immortals came ashore to the shores of Sagittarius, and okay, now when you look at Sagittarius, y'all, I have to describe this for you. Imagine how we have our solar system. We have a star and we have planets orbiting it. Got you. Now imagine if you had islands orbiting a star. A whole lot of islands. So imagine we have an asteroid field. Imagine that asteroid field, and each one of those asteroids is, a lot of them bigger than the island, right? They hold one of the life forms there, like Medusa. All of that sci-fi, the gods, all of that lore that goes with immortal stuff. Each one of those entities run their own, right? The greater your power, possibly the bigger the chunk of island that you took over. So long story short, these guys came to the shores of Sagittarius, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it out, y'all. I'm just not gonna tell you who. If you're used to ruling, you're used to being in charge, and if you look at the history of our world, we had, from the Greeks, from the Vikings, from the Egyptians, from I want to say ancient China, bless you, all of these different cultures had gods. Yeah, the immortals, right? So those immortals were washed away in the Great Flood and came to Sagittarius. Now, when they got here, they're used to being in charge. They're used to people doing what they want them to do. They're used to being that dude or that woman. But here in Sagittarius, they're like normal, not people, because they still have abilities and stuff, but they're not as great as Key. So I'm gonna say they have about a third of the power. That's nice. I'm saying they got about a third of the power of Key. So each one of them. That's why everybody attacked at the same time. I would say each one of them was probably about as powerful as Key's wife, Ariel. Is that her name? Give me a second, y'all. I'm looking up her name. Ariel.
Ariel, because she is an elemental. And the first element, see, you guys got to get into this flux. The first elemental in the flux continuum, the first generation, they're way powerful. Like you would have to think like Gaia. When you think of in the sense of Gaia, Gaia to me in the flux continuum would be more like a master what do you call it? Earth. I don't want to use the word bend because she's not bending, but she controls, manipulates, right? Gaia is basically whenever you see reference to Gaia, she's always some type of vegetation or something earthly. So that's how powerful Ariel is, his mom. So his mom is powerful. His dad is even more powerful than that, right? Like 3 times greater. So these gods or these immortals attack Ki, a fight. And remember, y'all, we have centaurs. Centaurs are stronger than humans. They have like horse strength plus man strength. So you put all that together, and depending on if they worked out, how they trained and all of that, depend on what type of enemy you facing. So the centaurs, Ki sends the centaurs out to fight these guys. And then eventually, they got all types of power. So the centaurs, as they lose, Ki and Ariel come forth. They do the battle. Ultimately, it's so many immortals attacking that one of them ends up, and I'm not going to tell you who yet because I want to go through the battle. I want to write the battle that happened. Okay, one of them hit him in the mouth, and remember, he has a tooth. He's a dragon. He is a dragon. Okay, ultimately, I might look like a man, but I'm a dragon. I turn into a dragon. And because I don't want to get too far ahead of you guys. There's something called the Lords of Chaos and the Lords of Order. The reason Ki is so powerful is because he's one of the original Lords of Order. Maybe that'll help out now. Okay, so he's one of the original Lords of Order. Okay, and Ki is powerful. So his weapons come from an ethereal plane of existence, which means they are greater than earth. Remember, I keep saying the ethereal is greater than an ascended plane. An ascended plane would be, to me, somewhere mortals can go. Well, mortals can't go to the ethereal realm. That's the realm between us and heaven. Okay, because we can't stand the light there. We can't deal with, because the light will burn us. We're sinners, right? We get burned. We can't breathe there. We can't do anything there. We're not immortal. We're not gods. We're not ethereal. So that's the difference between humans, the realm, the ethereal realm, or let's say paradise realm. That's us, mortal. And then you have the ethereal realm, which is greater than, the gods, if you will. And then you have heaven. There's hell and there's all these other things too, but this is what we're talking about. So Ki got his teeth, or that's where he choose to invest his weapons into. His weapons are both of his 2 canine teeth in dragon mode. Okay, so when he got hit, one of them fell out, or let's say he got knocked out. Long story short, and if you wasn't paying attention, at the end they said, a centaur during the battle, a centaur was racing away from the battle, and it was holding an infant. That infant is Fame. And basically, all the centaurs know about this cloaked island. I call it, I think, the Isle of Pluto. I call it the Isle of Pluto. Playing off how our planet Pluto, it has an eccentric orbit. Don't get me started. Its orbit is kind of different from the regular planets. It's still stable, but it's different. Okay, so that's what I mean by the Isle of Pluto. It has a different type of orbit from the rest of the islands, and it's cloaked. But the centaurs know how to get there. So that centaur, which is Seal, that's my auntie, right? My auntie from my wife's side. Her name is Seal, Aunt Seal. Shout out Aunt Seal. And Seal basically, while she's running, the tooth, right? You see the tooth, she sees it. She grabs it while she's running, and she takes that to the Isle of Pluto and the infant with her. Her and the infant, they get there, and I don't really tell you all the things that Fang went through over the last 1,000+ years, but I do let you know that once a season, Razorbacks, is it Razor? What I call these things? Razorbacks show up, and a Razorback would be like a wild boar with wings. Okay, it's like a wild boar with wings, kind of like that. And the Razorback, right? I let you know these guys come every season or once a season. And if you think about it, these are islands. So when I mean like, it's a change in food, Fang and Seal eat fish a lot. They eat aquatic stuff. I mean, they're on the beach, right? So once a year, you can get a different type of meat source. You own it. And they went to hunt, and she got mauled pretty much. I mean, she died, and now Fang is alone, right? He's alone, man. And when he goes back to his room, I'm not saying it's his birthday, but I'm saying Seal finished what she was working on. And it took a while because remember, we're on this level, right? Paradise, mortal level, kinda. Sagittarius would be an ascended plane of existence. Okay. Not a greater realm like the ethereal realm, but it's an ascended plane of existence, though, like to immortal, right? That's where all of the immortals went. And Fang now is like, hey, what is this? He reads the letter, and of course he probably breaks down, right? Because he just left the grave, right? He sees it. He looks at the weapon that she has. It's this giant broadsword, and remember, it goes to a giant dragon, right? And he's gonna learn how to work it, and it's so many other things coming. I was told to stop dropping so many gems, so I can't drop that gem. The weapon is greater than what you guys have heard so far, but it's a broadsword. If you guys ever saw Final Fantasy VII, I think there's a guy on there named Cloud Raker, and he has this giant sword, man. You know how the anime do it. That's kind of how I see Fang with his giant broadsword. But there's so much power because, again, it comes from the ethereal plane of existence. And we'll get into all of that, y'all, as we go. But what I wanted to do is introduce you guys to Fang today. And that's what I just did, y'all. That's what I just did. Well, yeah. And we don't have a WL White because it's not Earth-based, right? It's not an Earth-based character. This guy's from another dimension. So Fang, yeah, that's my boy right there. I like him though, y'all. I can't help it. I like him. So Fang is he has enhanced 5 strength. That would be like it's hard for me to use these other characters, but I mean he's strong, y'all. He's amazingly strong. Like I would say class 100. I mean, he can lift like a mountain. I mean, the guy's powerful. I mean, remember, he's stronger than Hercules. I can tell you that. Way stronger than Hercules because Ki is greater than Hercules, and he's the son of Ki, right? And then he's the son of Ariel, who is a first generation elemental. We haven't even discussed what a first generation elemental can do. Okay, so but we know that Gaia is supposed to be amazingly powerful, and Ariel is like equal to Gaia. So this guy is amazingly strong. That's why he has enhanced 5 strength. His strength don't work like other heroes. When Fang go over there and he hit you for real. He hit you like you did something to him. Okay, so if you're a human and he hit you, you just died, or excuse me, you unalived. It just happened like that. He don't beat you up. And somehow you still survive because you had some agility or something. Nah, I mean, the torque from this guy's swing could probably bust you up. All right. What else he can do? Yeah, he has great speed too. Even though he's big, he's amazingly not agile, like can bounce from place to place, but he's quick. He's quick. Let's just say he's amazingly quick. And that don't mean that he has the ability to dodge a whole bunch of things. It's just saying that he can recover or respond quickly. And Gloom technically is a megaversal broadsword. That's what it is, a megaversal. So what is a megaverse? A megaverse is a clump of omniverses. Y'all get what I mean when I say that? And an omniverse is a group of multiverses, right? So you have all of this in the universe. This is mortal, right? This is basically, there's some immortals there too, but this is mortal. Mortals can go pretty much anywhere in the universe. The ethereal realm is outside of the universe. I want you guys to know, just like time, we're bound by time, so time is outside the universe. All right, and then you will get to the ethereal plane after that, because time doesn't exist in the ethereal realm. Okay, y'all. If you got any questions, you can start asking. You can type them up. Guess maybe I should bring that other one back up. Let me see. Can I bring this other one back up? Bam. Okay. Bam. 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 All right. So if you got any questions, y'all, you can ask me. I try to I guess meet you guys halfway, get all those questions in, whatnot, before it actually happens, okay? Before you actually ask. I hope I'm doing pretty well when it comes to explaining. That's about it for Fang, y'all. The most I can give you guys is his picture. Let you know he's my favorite. Tomorrow we'll be on page 78. Problematic perceptions and confrontational engagements. We'll start with W.L. White. Look at this guy. Oh. And Commander Trimble. We'll finally get to Commander Trimble. W.L. White and Commander Trimble tomorrow. Yeah, that's going to be a little stiff right there. Okay, thank you guys for coming today. Very excited about what happened. Love what I'm doing. Want you guys to love it too. Make sure you be on the lookout for what are we going? Make sure you guys be on the lookout for the we're going to be filming not next Thursday, okay? We're going to do it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'll be driving Thursday, and we actually will have the Urban Nerd Con. We had a meeting last night online. Hey, it was a lot of people. It was like 40-some people, vendors. We were all on one big Zoom. So we'll all be at there in Atlanta. You guys come out, show your love, support. I'm gonna take some. I'm thinking about taking my stuff with me to mail, and I could just mail things right there while I'm still in Atlanta, because we have a 2-day thing going on. So I don't know. I don't know. So if you guys, watch me Friday, Saturday, and Sunday next week. Yeah, we'll be streaming. I already talked to them about it last night online. We talked about, what it'll take to stream, how I got to put a few things up to let people know. I'll be asking questions, and you could possibly win something. So if you guys are tracking me and you're following me, I'm going to attempt to try to put up each one of these platforms, these social media platforms. So if you inquire, hypothetically, I got a customer there, and this hypothetics, y'all, and I might ask them a question, and if they can't answer it or they don't know the answer, then I'll look at you guys, and if you can answer it, if you answer it correctly, yeah, then you guys could actually, and you only have like 5 to 10 seconds to answer the question, okay? Because you guys are at home and you can do whatever you want to. But I might ask you a question. If you win, I want to make sure I send your stuff from Atlanta ASAP. Okay. You hit me in the messenger with you can go to my website, whatever, and you give me your address and whatnot, and I'll ship whatever you want to you. Okay. That just I got some ideas going in my head for the Comic Con. We got so many people coming, to my understanding. I think they got a couple of schools coming too. They're doing NerdCon dollars, so they're giving kids money to come through. So I'm telling you guys that, to me, my understanding, this is going to be dope. And they said the walk up game is going to be even greater. But you guys will be able to see because I'll be streaming. All right. Um, that's it for today. I don't see any questions. No, I don't see any questions. That's it for today. I want to say thank you guys for showing love. Um, yeah, yeah. I think I'm gonna put this quick no, yeah, I'm gonna put this quick video up. I like this screensaver. I got a new one now. I put this music on, and we can depart. All right, we back. We back to that. Okay, y'all. This is me saying good night. See you guys. Hope you enjoy your weekend. If you can, be here tomorrow. And hey, we're gonna get into it. Remember, WL White the third and Commander Tremble. We get to find out, and the story starts moving forward right here. We did a lot of introductions already. Took 78 pages, but we got 12 characters, y'all. 12 main characters. So we got them done. There are things already set in motion happening, and tomorrow you start getting a feel for it. You know what I mean? Because Gravte already sent his people out. His society is already taken to the stars, and things are starting to come all array. Okay, all right, y'all. I'm out. Y'all have a good night, good day, good weekend. Later. In stream. No, I said in stream. No, I don't. I'm not in love. I'm in love with you. Keep the fun going. I will.